Hi friends, welcome to BioGlobe. If you like this channel, please share and subscribe. Today we are going to discuss the bacteria Salmonella typhi. Myself Mohammad Jasile, Assistant Professor of Microbiology, Marcus Arts and Science College, Adavanad. History. Genus Salmonella consists of a gram-negative bacilli that parasitize the intestinal tract of large number of vertebrates and infect human beings. Three major diseases are caused by Salmonella typhi. First one enteric fever, second one gastroenteritis, third one septicemia. Septicemia is the condition of blood poisoning or the infection of blood with bacteria. The genus has been named after the microbiologist Salmon. It consists of about 2300 serotypes as described by Kaufman-White scheme. Kaufman-White scheme is a system of classification on Salmonella typhi based on the surface antigens. The most important member of the genus Salmonella is Salmonella typhi, the causative agent of typhoid fever. It was first observed by Eberth in 1880 and was isolated by Gafke in 1884. So it was also called Eberth-Gafke bacillus. Other members of the genus Salmonella are Salmonella paratyphi A, Salmonella paratyphi B, and Salmonella paratyphi C. Then Salmonella typhimurium, Salmonella choleraceus, Salmonella enteritidis, Salmonella gallinarum pullorum, then Salmonella annatum. Then morphology. Salmonella typhi is a gram-negative bacilli. The size is about 1 to 4 micrometer in length and 0.6 micrometer in breadth. They are motile with peritrichous flagella, except Salmonella gallinarum pullorum. Peritrichous flagella means flagella is arranged all over the body. Then non-capsulated, non-sporing, it may possess fimbriae. Then cultural characters. These are aerobe and facultative anaerobes. It can grow on ordinary media like nutria and agar. The optimum temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. The range is between 15 to 41 degrees Celsius and the optimum pH is 7.2 to 7.4. The range is between 6 to 8. Media and colony characters. Blood agar and nutrient agar. They are large 2 to 3 millimeter in diameter, circular, convex and grayish white colonies and forming translucent colonies. These are the pictures of colony morphology of Salmonella on nutrient agar and blood agar. Or Macconchis agar and deoxycholate citrate agar, they are forming colorless colonies because of non-lactose fermentation. Selective medium. Wilson and Blair medium is one of the selective medium used for the cultivation of Salmonella typhi. On Wilson and Blair medium, they are forming jet black colonies with metallic sheen by H2S producing Salmonella. Green colonies are formed by the species which do not produce H2S. Then these are the pictures of Salmonella on Macconchis agar and Salmonella on Wilson Blair. Then enrichment media. The enrichment media like selenite F broth, tetrathionate broth and gram-negative broth are used. Biphasic culture media. As blood and bone marrow culture has to be examined for 10 days before declaring negative, there is a risk of contamination with every subculture. To eliminate the risk of introducing contamination during subcultures and also for safety and economy, biphasic culture media are used. Biphasic medium consists of a bottle with agar slant along with the broth. First one, the broth is inoculated in broth. The blood is inoculated in broth and the bottle is incubated in upright position and for subculture. Then the bottle is tilted so that the broth runs over the slant and then the bottle is incubated in upright positions. After incubation, on the next day, the slant is observed for the presence of colonies. Example, Castaneda's medium. Any medium containing agar slant and broth is suitable for salmonella can be used. Biochemical reactions. Lactose negative, glucose negative, mannitol negative and sucrose negative. All species ferment glucose mannitol with acid and gas except Salmonella typhi. Then IMVIC test. Indole negative, methyl red positive, Vogus Prosker negative and citrate negative. All are citrate positive except Salmonella typhi and Salmonella paratyphi A. Phenyl pyruvic acid test and urease test to be negative. H2S test is positive except Salmonella paratyphi A and Salmonella choleraceus. Then TSI test with H2S production we can get acid or alkali production. Then lysine, ornithine and arginine decarboxylation. Salmonella typhi does not decarboxylate ornithine. Salmonella paratyphi A does not decarboxylate lysine. Then resistant or sensitive factors. Salmonella can be inactivated by heat at 60 degrees Celsius in 15 minutes. It can be killed by boiling, chlorination and pasteurization. What are the antigens present in Salmonella typhi? Mainly 4 antigens are present in Salmonella. First one H antigen or flagellar antigen. Second one O antigen or somatic antigen. Third one VI antigen or surface antigen. Fourth one F or fimbrial antigen. Identification and consequently classification of Salmonella on the basis of antigens is based on H, O and VI antigen. F antigens are not useful in identification because of their non-specific nature and widespread sharing among enterobacteria. M antigen is not helpful in identification. Flagellar or H antigen. It is a heat labile flagellar antigen. When this antigen is mixed with its antisera, H antigen agglutinates rapidly by producing large, loose, fluffy clump. Fluffy means woolly appearance. Then H is more immunogenic than O antigen, so induces antibody formation rapidly and in high titers following infection or immunization. It's dual in nature, occurring in one of the two phases. Phase 1 antigen. It is either specific for serotype or shared by few serotypes only. Hence, phase 1 is known as specific phase. Second one, phase 2 antigen. These are widely shared and hence it is a non-specific phase. The large number of flagellar antigen have been found in phase 1. These are designated by small letters of alphabet A to Z except J and then Z1 to Z68. In phase 2 antigens are designated by Arabic numerals 1 to 12. Some strains that possess both phases are known as diphasic and strains that possess only one phase are known as monophasic. Next antigen is known as somatic or O antigen. It is a heat stable phospholipid protein polysaccharide complex which forms an integral part of cell wall. When mixed with its antisera, O antigen forms compact, chalky, granular clumps. O agglutination takes place slowly and takes part of higher temperature, almost 50 to 55 degrees Celsius. O antigen is less immunogenic than H antigen and the titer of the O antibody induced after infection or immunization is generally lower than that of H antibody. O antigen is not a single factor but a combination of two or more factors. Salmonella are grouped based on O antigen. They are designated as Arabic numerals. Then VI, that is virulence or surface antigen. Many strains of Salmonella typhi have these types of antigen. Felix and Pitt is described this antigen as it is related with virulence, therefore it is labeled as the letter VI. It is heat labile surface antigen like K antigen in the coliforms. It covers O antigen and renders the strain inagglutinable with O antisera. So, bacilli inagglutinable with O antiserum become agglutinable after boiling or heating for 1 hour. VI antigen tends to lose on cereal subcultures. It may act by coating bacterial surface and preventing the antibacterial opsonic effect of antibody. In humans, the strain with VI antigen were found to cause clinical disease more consistently than those lacking antigen. It is poorly immunogenic, so low titers of antibodies are produced the following infection. What are the infection? The detection of VI antibodies is not helpful in diagnosis cases, hence it is not used in Vidal test. Total absence of VI antibodies in a proven case of typhoid fever indicates the poor prognosis. Antibody disappear in convalescence and its persistence indicates development of the carrier states. It is used for epidemiological typing of Salmonella typhi based on specific bacteriophages. Convalescence means, what is the meaning of convalescence? Time spent for recovery of an illness. Then what are the antigenic variations of Salmonella typhi? First one HO variation, second one phase variation, third one VW variation, fourth one SR variation, fifth one variation in O antigen. First one HO variation. This variation is associated with the loss of flagella. When Salmonella are grown on agar containing phenol, that is 1:800 proportion, the flagella are to be lost. This effect is phenotypic and the change is temporary. Flagella reappear when they are subcultured on media without phenol. A stable non-motile mutant of Salmonella typhi is 901O strain, which is widely employed for preparation of O-agglutinable bacteria suspension. Loss of flagella is not total. There occurs diminution in the number of flagella and quantity of H antigen. Diminution means reduction in size. When flagellated cells are in few number, to obtain population of motile cell rich in H antigen, the Craigie tube is used. This is one of the most important technique in the case of Salmonella typhi, Craigie tube technique. It consists of a wide tube containing soft agar with a percentage of 0.2%. In the center of the tube, one more short, narrow tube open at both ends is embedded, which projects above the agar. The next method, strain is inoculated into inner tube and after incubation, subcultures are taken from top of agar of outside tube. Instead of Craigie tube, U-shaped tube may also be used, in which sample is inoculated from one end and subculture is taken from other end. This is the structure of Craigie tube. Then phase variation. Flagellar antigen occurs in one of the two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. For serotyping Salmonella isolates, it is necessary to identify H antigen of both phases. Culture usually contains both phase antigens, but one of them predominates, so it is agglutinable with one of the phase antisera. Culture in phase 1 can be converted to phase 2 by passing it through Craigie tube containing phase 1 antiserum. The reverse conversion can be achieved by using phase 2 antiserum. Next method, VW variation. Fresh isolates of Salmonella typhi can carry VI antigen that mask O antigen. These strains are agglutinable with VI antiserum but not with O antisera. This is called V form. What is known as V form? These strains with agglutinable with VI antisera, not with O antisera. This is known as V form. After a number of subcultures, the VI antigen is completely lost. Such cultures become inagglutinable with VI antisera and agglutinable with O and sera. This is called W form. What is known as W form? Inagglutinable with VA and serum and agglutinable with O and serum. This is called W form. Intermediate stages formed during loss of VA antigen strain and that are agglutinable with VI as well as O and sera are called VW forms. Next variation, SR variation. This variation is associated with first one, a change in colony morphology from smooth to rough, then loss of virulence. The colony becomes large, rough and irregular. The strains are auto-agglutinable. When R forms are formed in laboratory strains that are maintained by subculture, or R form may occur by mutation. Variation in O antigen. The changes in structural formula of O antigen may be induced by its lysogenization with some converting phases. Lysogen is one of the life cycle of bacteria phase. Salmonella annatum is converted to Salmonella newington by lysogenization with phase 15, and Salmonella newington get converted to Salmonella minneapolis by lysogenization with phase 34. Then pathogenesis and clinical features of Salmonella typhi. Salmonella cause the following clinical infection in humans. First one, enteric fever. This is very important. Then septicemia with or without local suppurative lesions. Then food poisoning or gastroenteritis. First one, enteric fever. Enteric fever includes typhoid fever caused by Salmonella typhi and paratyphoid fever caused by Salmonella paratyphi A, B and C. It's labeled so by the scientist Lewis to differentiate it from typhus fever. Bacilli multiply abundantly in gallbladder as bile is a good culture medium and discharged continuously in intestine where they involve Peyer's patches and lymphoid follicles of the ileum. What is known as Peyer's patches? It's a small masses of lymphatic tissue found throughout the ileum region of small intestine. It is also known as aggregated lymphoid nodules. These become inflamed, undergo necrosis and slough off, leaving typical typhoid ulcers. Slough off means to separate. Then ulceration may lead to perforation and hemorrhage. Intestinal lesions undergo healing in 3 to 4 weeks. This normally constitutes the course of the disease. Then disease development of Salmonella typhi. Infection is acquired by ingestion. The bacteria contained in the food then reach the gut and attach to epithelial cells of villi. The bacteria to be penetrate lamina propria and submucosa. Then the bacteria to be phagocytosed by polymorphs and macrophages, resist intracellular killing and multiply in these cells. Then enter mesenteric lymph nodes and multiplication occur. Then enter into the thoracic duct. After the thoracic duct entry, they enter into the bloodstream. Then transient bacteremia result, that is causing primary bacteremia. Then bacilli is hidden in liver, gallbladder, spleen, bone marrow, kidney and lymph nodes and lung and other organs and multiply further. Cause massive bacteremia, that is forming secondary bacteremia. It is a condition of onset of disease. Clinical features: it forming continuous type of fever, that is known as step ladder pyrexia, splenomegaly, rose spotted rash, diarrhea, anorexia, coated tongue, malaise and abdominal discomfort. Coated tongue means white tongue, result of an overgrowth and swelling of papillae. Then chronic cholecystitis with gallstone, it is a complication. Then cholecystitis, bronchitis, pneumonia, meningitis and UTI nephritis. Then cholecystitis means gallbladder inflammation, stones are usually formed. Then Salmonella septicemia. It is the commonest cause of septicemia is Salmonella choleraceus. It is associated with suppurative lesions such as deep abscess, endocarditis, meningitis, and pneumonia. In this condition, Salmonella can be isolated from blood. Then next, Salmonella gastroenteritis. It is usually a zoonotic disease. It can be caused by any Salmonella except Salmonella typhi. The common species involved is Salmonella typhimurium. Others are Salmonella enteritidis, Salmonella haldar, Salmonella anatum, Salmonella newport, and other species. The infection occurs by ingestion of contaminated food. Most frequent source of this infection is poultry, meat, milk, and milk products, that is the food of animal origin. Food is contaminated with droppings of lizard, rat, and other small animals also caused for the disease infection. Then salad or uncooked vegetable contaminated through manner or by handling. Manner means animal feces. Clinical features. The incubation period is usually 24 hours. It forms diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and fever. What are the epidemiology of enteric fever? Enteric fever is endemic in India. Salmonella typhi is the common cause of enteric fever, followed by Salmonella paratyphi A, B, and C sequentially. Age. Enteric fever is affecting all ages. The source of infection is via patient or carrier. What are the carriers of enteric fever? First one, convalescent carrier. Shed bacilli in fecus for 3 weeks to 3 months after clinical cure. Second one, temporary and chronic carrier. Temporary carrier shed bacilli for less than 1 year. Chronic carrier shed bacilli for more than 1 year. Fecal and urinary carrier. Fecal, the bacillus should be shed in fecus. Urinary carrier, the bacillus should be shed in urine. Food handlers are the next carrier. Food handlers are particularly dangerous. The best example is Mary Mellon or Typhoid Mary. This is very, very important. Typhoid Mary is a cook who over a period of 15 years caused at least 7 outbreaks affecting over 200 persons. Then fourth one, milk-borne epidemics are rare due to the pasteurization of milk. And waterborne epidemics and foodborne epidemics are always known epidemics. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.